PDP will take over if APC leaders fail on convention. Buhari, page 11. It's actually,
Yeah,
you know,
it's one of the stories making it wrong.
yeah, exactly.
President Buhari again spoke on TV yesterday, NTA this time, and beyond the things he said at the interview with channels the other night, this time he was very broad-based about his own political party, the APC. And I keep saying here that I look at the APC and their lack of ambition, lack of urgency in conducting their primaries as a threat to their own, to the existence of their political party. There are some people who say I'm predicting doom for the party. The president emphasized this yesterday. He said that if they do not hurry, they do not conduct, a national convention as soon as possible, they run the risk of losing their importance. He said it yesterday. He said that their party leadership is enmeshed in disunity. He uses words disunity, lack differences, and lack of the third word he used. He said, I think he was saying, lack of agreement. That's what he said. Persistent differences, disunity, and lack of agreement. He said these issues have put the party in jeopardy. And if they do not quickly move to conduct a national convention, then it's a risky venture for them. And this is what I've been saying all along. The party leadership, the leaders, of course, Mai Malabuni and the rest, they went to visit the president not too long ago. They said in February they conduct a national convention. Today's January 6th, January 7th. They have not named the venue. They have not named a date. They have not constituted a budget committee. They have not constituted any committee, no schedule of activities. It's just impossible that you could conduct a national convention in 1 month if you haven't started by now. Yes, so the risk is there. The risk of the jeopardies, and the president emphasized that yesterday in that interview with the NTA, that if we do not take our chance, other political parties will take it for us. And I was telling you just now that the PDP in some cases don't even need to bother. If once the APC cannot put acts together, they will have the experience of Rivers and Zamfara in 2019, to go on in 2023. There will be places where if the APC conducts an election, it's illegal. In states now, what we're saying, the outcome of the congresses has been enmeshed in litigations and court cases and disagreements. The PDP will just fold its arm. As soon as the APC conducts an election, they'll just go to court and say, these ones have problems. Their leg is K-leg. And it's simple. We saw it happen in Rivers, we saw it in Zamfara, and in several other places in 2019. So this is the national leader of the party telling the party members, and those people who like to send a message, I send a message and say, I'm predicting doom for the APC. The president himself has emphasized that if they don't put their acts in order, they risk a jeopardy.
To the next one here, APC entrenched interest plotting to demarcate me. Fire me alleges, page 13. That's where the story is. It was important because we just been talking about the APC now, so I had to read this one. Stories on page 13 of the Punch newspapers.
Governor Kari will finish his term as governor of Ekiti this year. What next?
He doesn't want to be stranded.
Maybe he doesn't want to go to the Senate. Maybe he wants the biggest office in the land. But he's not as popular as the names that have been thrown around. So he has alleged that the marketing him. Entrenched interest in the APC at the marketing. I can guess who those entrenched interests are. Can't say it here though.
You'll probably guess right.
If you don't wait for me at the door downstairs.
Responses to my presidential bid overwhelmingly encouraging. I am page 13. That's where you get to read the story, and that's all on the front page of the Punch.
I cannot tell you. I'll tell you the truth. I think he's been consulting. He's been consulting across the board. He's meeting stakeholders. He's preparing. And this is what it takes to run for elections in this country. You have to prepare. You can't just sit down and say, come and dash me president. I think Ayin Paisani is the only Southeast politician today in this country that is taking the bull by the horns in the case of his presidential ambition. Because I've been in the meeting where he addressed journalists the other day. And if you see, he's trying to touch every base in his constituency. And even his political party, the PDP. Ayin Paisani is a different kind of politician. Yes, he was former Senate president. He's been secretary of government. I think this is how to build support, straight from the grassroots, and talk about your ambition. He might probably not win it because, again, we know that in the southeast, probably don't have the numbers and maybe not have the full support that he might need in terms of his political party. Because again, there are some entrenched interests in the PDP. But when they say a politician is working from the beginning to win an election,
That's what he's
he's
doing.
just doing that. You know, given the fact that he's not an Atiku, he's not a Wike in the PDP today.
The Nigerian Tribune, autumn to Buhari, declare Mietela as terrorist organization. Page 2, that's how you get to read the story this morning.
1.5 kilometer. Governor Sabalato always have words for President Buhari. I mean, if bandits have become terrorists, there must be one left.
Why did 1.5 kilometer come up?
That's what they call him.
Because of that day.
He said he ran 1.5
that time.
So they call him 1.5 kilometer. Governor Sabalato, they say they ask him what project have you commissioned since he became governor. He will say he ran 1.5 kilometer.
Oh my gosh.
These things are said in the grapevine. I don't want to say they're very political talk, but even senior politicians say these things when you listen to them. So today is Friday, I'm just bringing them on radio for you.
Okay, that's okay with that. So we can move on. H telling on me, Buhari, page 2, the Nigerian Tribune.
Yeah, still part of the NT interview yesterday. That this NT interview yesterday was a tad different from the Channel Zone. In the Channel Zone, you saw the presenters asking questions about. They wanted to know the president's plan for the economy. They were reminding him that in 2015, the naira was 197 to the dollar, and that there were not 100 million people in poverty. They were asking those questions. Their face was strong. In this entire interview, it was more for emotions. Tell us, President Buhari took the opportunity to tell them too that it's not easy. I'm 79 years old. I've been minister 2 times. I've been civilian head of state.
Yeah.
I've been military. I'm civilian head of state 2nd term now. I'm 79. I'm tired. What else can I do for this country? You became emotional. Typical interview, PR show. Because there are bigger issues in this country to deal with. Questions to ask the president about the state of the nation. They're asking him whether he's tired or not. When he took office, don't you know that you work? The president was saying that. Let me just quote here. One thing he said.
5, 6, 7 hours a day.
Yeah, he said, "I've been a governor, minister, military head of state, 2nd term as elected president. It's not easy. Questions from the Federal Executive Council, members from state. It's hard work, and to work 6 to 7 to 8 hours a day is not easy. My age is telling on me." Maybe Americans should tell Joe Biden that as well.
Or maybe Joe Biden should tell Americans.
To tell Americans, so yes, that I'm tired, and I don't think that should be an issue. But we know the president is 79. When he got the election, we knew his age. So the fact that he's been elected to do this job means do the job. I mean, saying that I'm old and tired cannot be an excuse. And that's why I think that the interview, border towards the emotional rather than the reality of the big issues in the country today. Look at the Northwest. We're talking about a country where one newspaper is reporting that in the last 2 days, 200 people have been killed in 2 communities in one state. And then we're talking about I'm old and tired, and I don't think those were the issues that interview should have, bothered itself with. If it's an interview that's not a PR stunt, then ask the hard questions. And let Mr. President answer them his plans.
Let's go read some messages now.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more, leave a comment and like. Thank you.